build words.
Very good.
Improving vocal.
Pronunciations.
Communication is not exactly vocabulary is part of communication actually.
Pronunciation.
No, vocabulary is not pronunciation. See, another thing, even if you are
It's
wrong,
a
it's
part
okay.
of communication.
Yes, it is a part of communication. That is, if you want to communicate, you have to have good vocabulary. Otherwise, you will not know which word to use, where exactly, and what is the meaning of a particular thing which others are saying. So your vocabulary has to be good.
Use better
It's
words.
basically a dictionary.
Sort of. Now,
It's a set of words that we use on
Which
a
make our
day-to-day
sentence
basis.
effective.
yes, to make our
Knowledge of
communication.
words.
Yes. One
Learning
more.
new Use words better and words. Putting
them in day-to-day language.
Yes, very good. That's very good. I'm so happy that you people are having the basic idea also and you are ready to answer. But let me
Knowledge
just,
of particular language.
yes, thank you, Aditi. Now let me just take one more moment and one more time remind. Shreya Shukla, Kehkasha, you have not written your roll number first. Please make the change.
Ma'am, I did it.
Nahi,
Ma'am,
beta,
I
I
also
am
did.
not able
Ma'am,
to see. Roll number
ma'am,
is written after your
there,
name.
there's a problem with
Ma'am,
my
I
app.
just
I
changed
did
it.
it.
Acha, nahi,
I also did it.
because when I look at it, I can see your roll numbers are written after your name. So, fine.
Ma'am, they will update it in next class. Now, not
Someday
Aha.
now.
will some later on need. You later on you need to change the format so that we can see the roll number first. It is easier
Yes,
for
ma'am.
us to write the attendance and keep a record of the attendance.
Sure, ma'am.
So yes,
Ma'am, from tomorrow this will become effect.
yes, very good.
Roll
Thank you
number.
so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's continue. All of you, those who answered are correct. Some of you may not have been, but it's okay. You should always go ahead and answer. If you are not correct, I will tell you that it's your answer is not correct, and you can then change or correct your answer. So now let's see what is the next thing. Now, what you people said, the body of words when used in a particular language. Vocabulary is what? The body of words, the number of words we have in our mind, what we use when we are using a particular word. A vocabulary is all about words, the words in a language or a special set of words you are trying to learn. In the sense, there are certain areas or professions where some very specific words are used, so we say that it is the professional vocabulary of that particular profession. Say for example, lawyers, they have a very particular vocabulary which they use when they are communicating with each other. So anybody else, when they listen to them or talk to them, and if these words of particular vocabulary used, we may not be able to understand, right? So basically that is vocabulary, and we have to learn all these things so that we can become better. And we have to, you could say, increase our scope of the vocabulary part so that we can understand exactly what is uh, the people are talking about, what they are discussing and all that, right? Okay, now let's go on. Effective communicators are highly sought after by the companies. Why do you need vocabulary building? Why? So when you are an effective communicators,
To have a good
uh,
conversation.
yes, conversation skills. And not only, conversation, vocabulary helps you in your written communication as well. Only not oral communication, but written communication as well. If you are writing a letter or an email, and if you are writing it in the right way, it will have more effect on the.
It's make our
Yes.
communication effective and interesting to others.
Yes, very good. So, this is the reason people often judge people are often judged by their vocabulary, whether negative or positive. So if you are using good words when you are speaking, the right expressions and all, people will admire you. And when you are doing it in a negative way, see, vocabulary can be good and vocabulary can be bad. If you are using the slang and the wrong abusive things, it is bad. Your vocabulary is, you could say, good, very enhanced, but it is not a good vocabulary. So you have to understand what is a good vocabulary. A strong vocabulary is the single best predictor of academic success in school. And for a student, here I have mentioned school, but it is in a very broader term that I have mentioned school, that when you are a student, it is very, very important that you have a good vocabulary, so that when you are answering an oral question, you can answer properly. When you are answering a written question, that also you can. And that is the reason some students get very good marks, because they know how to write properly in the written examination. So that is the purpose of building your vocabulary. That is why we need to, right? Now, why vocabulary building? On a general thing, so that you can comprehend what you read. If you know the words, the meanings of the words, you will comprehend what you read. Now, this is something which is very interesting. The word comprehend. Now, there is another word related to this that is called as comprehension. Now, can somebody tell me what does comprehension mean?
Miss, comprehension is basically understanding and analyzing the words written.
Yes. See, comprehension is that when you are, just one moment, huh? Yeah, comprehension is that when you are reading something, you should, or listening also, you should be able to understand what it is exactly. Now, most of the times what happens, students are asked what is comprehension, they will say comprehension passage, because you have been taught this comprehension passage thing in the school, that you were given a passage and you were asked to write the questions related to it. So in your mind, you have associated comprehension with that passage. But what you did not understand was that comprehension passage, when you were given, that was your understanding of the passage based on which you wrote the answers. So that is what is comprehension meaning. So when you are listening to somebody or when you read, you should be able to comprehend what you are reading. And when your vocabulary is good, you are able to write well, right? And articulate. Again, see, speak. Speak is one word, but articulation is another word. That is where how you present your ideas, your views. So somebody who is very good speaker, we say that he or she knows how to articulate their ideas and views and all. So that is also showing that your vocabulary is, better. So you know more than one word. So there are certain context where you have to use a particular word. Same word cannot be used in all contexts. So if your vocabulary is good, you will know in which context what word to use. And this is again something which is very important, to persuade others. If you want to persuade somebody to do something or get you something or give you something, then if you have a good vocabulary, you can convince them to do that, right? And of course, it increases your confidence, level of confidence. So the more your vocabulary is built, the better it is, your confidence level goes up. Okay. Now, how do you, benefit if you are building your vocabulary? What are the things which you can do, benefit by? First is that it is, one of the benefits is that it enhances your life as well as career. That means personal as well as professional life is enhanced when you build your vocabulary. Your relationship with your family, with your friends becomes better, because you know how to present your ideas in your professional context. You will know how to articulate your ideas to your bosses or your colleagues, and they will like it and they will be impressed. Similarly, in personal life also, right? Then it is a pleasurable as well as a profitable investment of both time and effort. And I can vouch for this, that when you learn new words, you are putting in efforts and you are putting in time, but it is very, very interesting and pleasurable. You will be amazed at
It makes you more influential.
yeah, it is that is one of the effects. But I'm saying that while you are doing the whole process of learning is very, very, pleasurable and profitable is there, pleasurable. You are getting the feeling of wonder. My God, for one word, there are so many words which can be used for one thing. And if you open a dictionary, you will find out so many words for the same thing. So it is actually something. And then you will come across certain words which you will think, oh, I never thought this was a word, or this could be used in this context. And like I said, I'm talking from my personal experience. So the more you build your vocabulary, you will be, kind of digging for a treasure kind of thing. New things come out, and you enjoy the whole effort. It can increase the ability to communicate by writing, conversing, and making speeches. So these are the benefits of, right? Acquiring a large vocabulary can benefit one in college, at work, and socially. It enables one to understand others' idea better. Now, this is something again very important. That is not only that you can make other people, those who are listening to you or those who are reading what you have written, uh, you know, uh, what you are saying, but it also helps you to understand the other person's idea better when your vocabulary is good. Gives the satisfaction of getting one thought and ideas across more effectively. There are people who want to, communicate, and they do, but they fail to have the impact on the audience of what they are trying to say. So that is because they are not using the right kind of vocabulary, right? So you need to work on your vocabulary. See, if you remember this hanging the man kind of game we used to play earlier, right? The
Yes, ma'am.
yes, certain alphabets were written and certain were missing, and we used to play the game that okay, what will be there and all that, right? So that
Jumble
was,
words.
yes, and then jumbled up words also and all. So all these help you in making your vocabulary better and testing your vocabulary, right? Now, here I have found a list of things which you can do to improve your English vocabulary, right? So, first thing which I will tell you, and this is for every subject, language actually. Can you please keep your audios on mute? Okay. Now, the first one is applicable for every language you want to learn, right? In fact, all these are applicable for other languages also, but the first one, there is no other alternative to learning your vocabulary rather than read, and listen. There are only two ways of improving your speaking and writing skills. That is reading and listening. The better listener you are, your vocabulary will increase, your knowledge will increase. Similarly, the more you read, the better you will get. Yeah, because the more you read, you will come to know about the new words, new expressions, right? Now, track your vocabulary learning progress with your phone or a book. So you can do both the things. Either you can use a phone or a book notebook, and whatever new words you are going to find out in your day-to-day activities. If you're reading a newspaper or if you're listening to somebody and you come across a new word, you need to keep a track of that, write it down. Later on when you get time, if you don't know the meaning of it, later on when you get time, read a dictionary, check the dictionary, find out the meaning. Have a word of the day. This is again something which helps you to build your vocabulary. That is, you find out one new word every day, and how it, you can use one word in more than one way. Same word can be used as a noun, it can be used as a verb, and more than even adjective. So you have to understand how one word can be used, and use it in your day-to-day communication when you are talking to somebody or writing somebody, so that you get used to the meaning of the word and usage of the word. Have a vocabulary list on the wall at home or office. You can make a list of new words which you would like to learn, and put it across your table when you are studying and all. And every day you can find out new the words and their meaning, or a set of words and their meaning. Play games, vocabulary games. A lot of, like I said, we used to play earlier those games. So same kind of games you can play. Have a dictionary and thesaurus around you. Now, many times you come across a word and immediately, maybe earlier it was a problem, at least I had this problem, that not always a dictionary was handy. Even a pocketbook dictionary was not useful because not all words were there. But now you have the advantage of having a phone. So immediately you can find out from your phone what is the meaning of a particular word. I remember I had this, I earlier, because now I also use the phone, but earlier I had this huge, thick Oxford dictionary, and throughout the day, whenever I came across some word and I could not get, one day I got up in, around 2:30 or something, because that word was stuck in my mind and I had forgotten to check the meaning of the word in the dictionary. And I got up and then checked the meaning of the word in the dictionary, and then, okay, now I can sleep, kind of thing was there.
Relax.
Practice. Yeah, because I mean, that was stuck in my mind, that this word I had to check and I forgot because of some other work. So I remembered and then I checked, right? So okay, then practice. Anything you want to be good in, you have to practice. There is no other option. You see all these people who are good in, whether they are good in sports or they are good in any other activities, singing, dancing and all of them practice regularly, on an average. Practice. I remember recently when Neeraj Chopra won the gold medal, and he was asked how many
The
hours.
javelin throw.
Yeah, javelin throw. And he was asked, how many hours do you practice? And he said, I practice on an average 7 to 8 hours a day. So imagine, that is the reason that if he had not taken it very seriously and not practiced it, we wouldn't have been, proud of the fact that he won the gold medal for India. So he practiced. So everybody has to practice. Without practice, you cannot. Maybe in the beginning, say, let me give you an example. You are participating in a race. So first time you participate, you may not win, or may not get any position, or may not be able to complete the race also, because you're not used to it. But every day you practice, and within a month you will see that your speed, your way of running and everything has improved, because every day you are doing it. So every day you are becoming better than what you are. So practice. Start a blog. This is a suggestion. If you want, you can start your own blog, start writing about what you have learned on certain subject. You can express your ideas, views, or something like that. Translate words into your own language. This also you can do, English words, to understand it better. And another thing is, learn about English and American culture. And another, in this also, when we say English, English means British and American. So there is a difference between certain words which are there in English, I mean British English and American English, which mean differently. So learn about that, because nowadays we have to understand that also. We are dealing with global, people. Okay. Try vocabulary quizzes. This is something again which will help you improve your vocabulary. Use English news broadcast and other resources to hear new words in context. So TED Talks, news channels where the news anchor is having very good command over the language. That is very useful. If you listen to them, you will learn new things. Correspond with an English pen friend. I mean, you can make a pen friend, but you can make friends with people who are better or whose native language is English, and you can correspond with them. Write down new words. Use pictures to associate a word. If you can find out pictures, so you will remember it in a better way. Learn with other people. When people are learning and speaking and all that, you can learn with them. Do not be scared, and this is for everything which you do. Anything which you do which you are not sure of, usually we are scared, but do not be scared. And remember, you are not the only one. There are n number of other people who are having the same, issues or problems. Associate a new word. You learn with people and events. That way you will remember things better. Use the new words in other sentences. Learn the root of words. Like I said, one word can say comprehend, comprehends, comprehension. So what is the root main word? That if you learn, you will be able to remember things more. Study word formation charts. Say for example, happy, happily, happy, happiness, all that one word, but so many other words are there which are related to that. Repeat the word at least 7 times to remember it. The more you repeat and use, the better you remember. Create vocabulary themes. You can create themes with your vocabulary. Okay, this today, this how I will remember. Know the parts of words. So whatever words you are using, there are many times two parts of words, one word and another word combined together. So both you need to understand, compound words and all. Make your own vocabulary test. This is again a very interesting thing which helps you when you prepare your own test for a vocabulary. Find a writing partner. If you do it with your friend, very, very helpful. Learn collocations. Like I said, that which word goes with what. Collocations, right? Say, for example, fast food, right? So, fast is a different word and food is a different word. But when you connect it together, it is a collocation. Use word clouds. Be creative and imaginative when learning vocabulary. Avoid making random word lists. Use the vocabulary you learn in your own way. Assign different colors to different words. Learn group of words. Describe the word around you. Read more attentively. Listen to English music. This I don't have to tell you. You already must be doing it. Create special vocabulary list. Apply the new words you have learned in daily conversations, and set a goal of finding and remembering new words every day. So these are some of the tips which you need to remember. Now, when you are talking about vocabulary, I told you your vocabulary can be learned and developed through various, ways. Listening, you can listen to others when they talk and you can improve your vocabulary. By speaking also, the words we use when we are talking, we can improve our vocabulary. Okay, this word is not suitable here, so next time I'll use something else. The words we understand when we read, and writing the words when we use when we are writing. So this way, and these are some of the things which I would like you people to do. Take up a reading hobby. Small things, small articles, which will take hardly 10 minutes for you to read. Whatever you learn, new words and all, immediately put down to a writing, write it down. You can make a journal of new words, what is the word and what is the meaning of the word. And you can, of course, play vocabulary games. Lot of vocabulary apps are there on the net. If you want, in fact, I will share that. You can definitely download it on your phones, and instead of playing Candy Crush and other useless games, if you play these games of vocabulary, I can assure you that you will benefit in the long run. It's very, very important that you do that, right? don't learn lists. Learning list of words will not help you. You need to learn words naturally, that is in sentences and paragraphs. Watch TED Talks. I told you earlier also, if you listen to TED Talks, it will help you because those people are very, very good communicators. Read a book, note down the points, use a dictionary, and review your words. At the end of 1 week, at the end of 1 month, you should review how much your vocabulary has improved, how much you have gained. Now, this is something which is very, very important. I want you to remember. Words have power, and this is from Humpty Dumpty by Lewis Carroll. When I use a word, it means just what I choose it to mean, neither more nor less. It's very, very important that when you choose a word, it should mean exactly what you want it to mean. There should not be any vagueness about it or doubt about it when somebody hears you say that. Now, your task is to make sure that you develop a reading habit every day and start listening to people, and every day do some vocabulary exercise to improve your vocabulary. By the end of the day, your target should be at least to learn not one word,